FuzzJockRadio.
There we go. Here we are. We are live. This is FuzzJockRadio, Season 7, Episode number 2. As you can tell, we have... Oh.
Yeah, we got so many people coming in.
Give it up for season number 2, baby.
Yeah. And season number 2, as we know, we are mixing things up.
Yeah.
One of the things that we're not doing is preparing before the episodes.
No, we definitely did that.
No, we did. You wrote down a lot of notes, so we have a lot of notes going on. I haven't prepared at all today, as you might can tell.
It's more like prepared unpreparedness, though.
No, I think what it is that I don't know. Let's just go with it.
Hello.
I have a lot of things I want to talk about. I didn't get my coffee. That's part of it. I think that's part of it. Should I go make... No, I'm not going to go make coffee in the middle of the episode, Fuzz. Okay, this is FuzzJock Radio.
We are live.
We are live. Season 7, episode number 2. My name is Fuzzy. I'm one of your Hests for tonight. We have another Hest all the way in Mankato, Minnesota that has glasses. Oh. And his name is...
My name is James.
And then we have another Hest... Not from California this time. C-Dubs decided that one episode was enough for him for this season, and he's going to take a break, which he's doing by working at his Dodgers stadium.
Yeah.
So shout out to C-Dubs. C-Dubs, can you hear us? The other Hest that we haven't had since a season ago that I don't remember what season it was. It was a couple studios ago.
It seems like it, but also I feel like there's like this lost episode that happened, or maybe I dreamed it.
It might be.
Could very well be.
And that person's name is...
J-Mos.
J-Mos. So we have J-Mez and J-Mos in the studio with us. This is the second time... You've been on a couple... This is the third time. You've been on a couple episodes before in the past. Maybe not in the studio. One episode?
Yeah.
Uno.
Just one episode.
We just have so many good memories of you. So
that's what it is.
I'm always there.
It feels like you had to have been there at least another time.
J-Mos is always in our thoughts, and no, not in our thoughts and prayers. That would not be.
Why not?
I'll pray for him.
Can I?
I'll pray too.
Can you? You don't need to be. I suppose you don't need to be deceased to be in your thoughts and prayers.
Oh, I just want to wish someone well.
I'm not going to keep you in my prayers because I don't pray. I'll just let you know I'm not going to lie to you.
Okay.
I don't like to lie.
I appreciate that.
We have a lot to talk about tonight. We like to start the episodes with what's been going on since the last time we saw you. We'll make it easy and start off with James, since it's been just a week since last time we saw you.
Oh, man.
James, how's it been?
I feel like at the last episode I was a lot happier about one of our local teams than I am today, but we'll get into that
Twins.
later.
Yep.
No, I finally got to like one of those big housing projects that you sit and you see it over and over again. And you're like, I'm gonna get to it. Well, I got to it.
You did.
Yeah.
What was it?
A big clean out, and did that over the weekend.
Your garage was full of stuff.
Yeah.
And he cleaned it out.
Yeah.
And he did a really good job at it. I saw it. Like it was a good clean out.
Yeah. Well, and more importantly, my friend Jordan helped. He shout outs to Jordan. He showed me around the local hardware store.
Okay.
So that was really cool.
Have you never been to a local hardware store before?
Maybe, but no one told me it was a hardware store at the time.
Did he show you what a hammer is?
No, I knew what a hammer was,
Okay.
but man, one thing I found the weird was that like I saw this cat food, dog food, but like no cat litter. So like, did handymen just like not think it's cool to let animals shit in your house? Like they only get cats, like outdoor cats, then.
Yeah, outdoor cats.
So is it
It's like farms. You know, they have.
is it communist to let animals poop in your house?
I don't know. We're not a communist podcast, though. We are I think a sports podcast.
Yeah.
I believe. James
Jock.
FuzzJock.
Yes.
And like not like that. You guys can all decide if you want to decide.
We'll decide everything.
If my jock is.
I don't
fuzzy.
think I want to touch that subject.
No, probably not. JMOs.
Thank you.
How's it going? How's it been? What's been the haps since the last time we saw you, man? It's been
a lot.
It's been since
A lot. I've had a lot of garage clean outs since the last time I seen you.
Good.
I've had.
It's cathartic.
No, man. I mean, I got 2 kids, so
Yeah.
life's crazy.
Oh man.
And it's just nonstop movement. My son's in T-ball. They're
Yeah.
getting into the sports. So it's a lot of gymnastics and T-ball and throwing the ball. And
your little daughter knows how to hit not a baseball, but like knows how to swing a bat and hit a ball.
she's aggressive.
Like she hit that basketball pretty far.
I was surprised.
I watched. It doesn't sound right. I was gonna say I watched his kids through Snapchat, but yeah, like Jesse and his JMO's and his wife.
Yeah, you got to enjoy some of these moments that were
share.
shared
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the social medias.
yeah, and it's nice. You got a nice family.
No, I was just as surprised as you were. I threw it to her. She hit it. It flew and hit me in my chest, bounced towards the street. A lady was walking by, and she watched it and laughed at me, picked up the ball and gave it back to us and walked off.
It was a great hit. Like through the video, you could see that she kept her eye on the ball, like you need to do in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they always say is keep your eye on the ball, and then you'll make that contact and you'll hit that home run, which your daughter did.
Yeah.
And your son is in football. No, he's in
Taekwondo.
Taekwondo. That's right.
Yeah.
He's just been breaking boards.
He's a little monster. They had the Lower North Mankato Parade,
Oh yeah.
and we were on one of these streets around here, and the parade came by, and the Taekwondo Academy that my son goes to, they had a drift or whatever you call it, a promotion,
Float.
a float.
Yes.
And
A drift.
surprisingly, his master was there. He jumps off, comes over with the board, and lets my son break a board in front of the whole parade. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was really neat.
Yeah.
I saw that on Snap,
That's
too.
taking that whole like the candy thrown out to the next level.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
not just passing out sugary treats, but like here do something that's kind of badass.
Yeah. I
That's
feel like
tight.
he'll remember that forever, even at 5 years old.
Yeah.
One thing that we probably all remember with JMO's is that he is a musician.
Yes.
He does some singing in rap form.
Yes.
Is that the right way to say that?
That's one way to
And
say
some
it.
rapping in sing form.
Yeah, a musician that sings in the rap form. If we were like a classical station or like something like that, that's maybe some way that you would say that. Like if we were
A
trying
vocal
to be
artist.
It's
a
not
vocal
very
artist
often
in the
I
rap
get
form.
lost in the words, but it just happened.
You just pick all the words.
Which form?
like singing that rap form or that country style or that what other classical opera style. Can you sing opera?
It's the Bruce Lee B. Water form.
That's the new kind, the Bruce Lee water form.
Yeah.
It sounds like a Joey Bones type of style. I haven't seen
Shout
him
out
in a
to
long
Joey
time.
Bones. He definitely know what we were talking about.
Yeah. He's a Shogun warrior,
Yeah.
like one of those type of things.
He's not as good. He's not as good as me at Smash Brothers though. Calling you out, Joey Bones.
So JMO's is a musician, and we do have music to play later in the episode.
Do we?
Yes. But first, since we brought up our local team not doing as well as we thought they were going to do, let's talk about the Twins right away.
Okay.
Just get it out of the way, because the last time we were here last week, we were pretty positive that the Twins were going to beat the shit out of Cleveland. I'm not going to say, pardon my French, because we can swear here. JMOs, just so you know, if you want to swear.
Oh, can I?
If you want.
Yep. Don't like swear for swearing's sakes.
Unless you want to.
But if you want to, I'm not going to say you can't.
You just follow your heart.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Twins, they were like maybe 6 games out when the last time we talked.
Yeah, I think they were probably 5 or 6 games
they
out.
Had a 5-game series with Cleveland coming up, because Cleveland had to make up a bunch of games from earlier in the year from COVID-related stuff.
I did learn that was because of the lockout, too.
And because of the lockout.
Messed up their schedule.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So they had to make up a bunch of games, and the Twins have been dealing with a lot of injuries at the end of the season, so they didn't have a lot of the players that they might have had if they were to play Cleveland earlier in the year. Catch my drift here?
For Cleveland.
It's convenient for the excuse of only winning 1 out of the 5 games.
It's fortunate.
I see the angle.
Fortunate.
1 out of 5 games we won. One of those games, or 2 of those games was a doubleheader.
Yes.
Since we last talked. And so they lost the first doubleheader. And a doubleheader, if you don't know, is when two teams play 2 games in one day. So they go a full game and then take maybe an hour break, and they go another full game.
Yes.
It's kind of like cricket, if you're ever into cricket. Because cricket, they have tests, and they like to just keep on rolling all day long. Sometimes it goes a week.
Yeah. No kidding. Yeah.
Wow.
There's just if they don't, get all the pins down, or someone doesn't reach a certain point score.
Yep.
Then it keeps rolling.
But in a Odessa match cricket game, it goes faster. It's kind of like a home run derby of cricket. But
We've learned so much about cricket over the years.
yeah. If you want to learn about cricket, you can check out the seasons in the past. We talk about cricket a lot. And when cricket season's around, we'll talk about cricket again. But I think cricket season actually is around.
Yeah,
like I said, I didn't prepare for this episode, so I didn't look anything up.
We're talking about the Twins.
But we are talking about the Twins.
May as well be playing.
And they were doing it. So they were like cricket. They had an all-day game 2 games.
2 games in a day.
But if
was it.
If it went all day, and they lost both games, it's kind of like 1 game, isn't it? Just on the record books is 2.
And it was damn near 3 games.
Yeah, because the second game they went into overtime or over innings.
That's a long
extra
day
time.
of
Extra
losing.
innings.
Extra timings.
15 innings in the second
I
game.
think if you lost for 24 hours straight, basically, just
Yeah,
Damn.
I think they clocked 10.5 hours of game time that day.
And they were the first game to start, and they were the last game to end in all of Major League that day.
damn.
And they went 15 innings the second game, and they lost that game too. And then they had a day game with the same team the next day. They had to play, so they got done at 11:30 at night, and they had to play again at noon.
That's a rough turnaround.
Yeah.
Then they won that next game.
Thanks, Cleveland.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That was the 1 out of 5 that we took.
So we lost 1 out of 5. We lost today as well,
Yeah,
because that
today was
5-game
bad.
series just ended yesterday.
The 5-game series ended today.
And then we had
because we lost to Cleveland today.
Oh,
This
today
is the 5th game we lost to Cleveland.
I'm losing time. So, yeah. So now we're what? 9 games out?
Oh no, that says that we've lost 9 out of 10 of our last games against Cleveland. We have a better record against the Yankees, and you know how the narrative of that is that the Yankees always destroy the Twins.
You did that?
I did that. I wrote that.
The notes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesse J-Mos was just pointing out the notes.
I'm trying my hardest to follow.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna jump around.
We're down here with baseball, and then we'll come
Yeah. Usually we start this season with football because we just got done with the Monday Night Football game.
Yeah.
But since we mentioned earlier about the Twins losing, local team losing. Oh well, the local team. Well, we'll get to the Vikings still too.
It's classic Minnesota sports.
It's a classic FuzzJockRadio episode.
So
okay,
what do you want? You want to know the good about what's been happening in the Twins?
First off, are we 7 games out?
Yes, we are 7 games out.
Is there an opportunity for a playoff berth still?
Yeah, the math is there.
Do you know what a playoff berth is?
What is playoff berth?
Yeah, why do you have that as a question?
Because I don't know what playoff berth means.
Did you look it up?
No.
Win a spot and get into the playoffs?
Yeah, you get into the playoffs. So in a playoff berth is when you find out that it's just like a birth of a child, right? It's like you're excited. You're gonna have a good time.
Did you say Breath of the Wild?
No, a birth of a child.
That's the Legend of Zelda game. It's really tight.
Yeah.
So good.
So are we gonna be able to get into the playoffs?
And, I mean, there's a possibility. It's a small possibility.
Well, that's a big possibility.
There's some things that can happen.
Hear me out.
Because we still have 6 games against Chicago, so I mean that can put us into second place.
Chicago's in our division, right?
Yes. So we're gonna play 6 games yet against the White Sox in our division.
So we win all 6 games.
Yeah, and we could be in second place, and Baltimore could be, if Baltimore hits a bad stretch, then we could get the wild card.
What about Cleveland losing?
Cleveland will have to get really roughed up by the Royals for us to have a chance.
That's a possibility too.
So I mean, Royals can get hot.
In life,
it's baseball.
It is
baseball.
What
they say, and this is the AL Comedy Central here.
Okay.
So no team really wants to win. They've been trying to toss and give away the division title. A lot of teams are just playing bad in the AL Central, but I think a lot of the Cleveland fan base, even too, will say that they've had a lot of lucky circumstances, fortunate circumstances, that have kind of gotten them hot and have led to rallies. And they weren't favorites. They're a very young team, but they play well. But it's possible that they can get their slump too. Okay. So that's possible.
So that's part of the good is that we still have a chance. And Joe Ryan's good.
Joe Ryan and Arias. This has been good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll just say that Arias, I think, still after today, is 1 point ahead of Aaron Judge for the batting title. So, as long as Arias doesn't slump too hard, we're going to try to keep Aaron Judge from the Triple Crown. That's up to Arias. He's our only hope.
We don't want Judge to get the triple. What? Okay, what's the Triple Crown?
I don't know. It's 3 crowns.
No, you say the term, but
maybe it's got a crown with 3 horns on it.
No. So, do you know what a Triple Crown is? I actually don't.
Oh, I think it's like you're leading the division in hits, average, and home runs.
Okay.
Or RBIs.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like it's leading in 3 different stats.
Okay.
But Joe Ryan has been hot. Arguably AL.
Joe Ryan is a pitcher of the week. Yeah, so with Joe Ryan, he's been doing very well, and this has happened to him a couple times where he has he has a no hitter going, and a no hitter, Jesse, is when a pitcher goes and.
It's when they hit the ball much that they're like, no, don't hit the ball anymore. No hit.
This explanation was for the audience, not for me.
Okay. for the audience, a no-hitter is when a pitcher goes multiple innings with either striking out or getting a pop fly or nobody getting on base, basically, right? It's people still can get on base because it can get walked.
Yes, you can walk in beanball and still get the stat for the no-hitter, and I think it's like not a pure no-hitter or something.
Okay. So
like an ascended.
So Joe Ryan, Joe Ryan is multiple games I've seen him go no hitters, and then all of a sudden they take him out when he still hasn't got nobody's hit off him. like in the 7th inning, most of the times,
Well,
Rocco will
paint
just
this
take him
picture
out.
because there's a little
Like, why not just leave him in?
there's
Like,
a little bit more to it, but it is a very controversial thing because there's a lot of people talked about this after. So Joe Ryan was pitching a no-hitter through 7 innings against Kansas City. This is before we fought Cleveland. And he gets pulled, and everyone's like, how do you take a pitcher out, a rookie pitcher, on a chance to get a no-hitter? This is awesome.
Right.
This is monumental for him. He was at like 107 pitches by the 7th inning.
mm-hmm.
And, that's the part that makes it controversial, is that that the idea was the pitch count was straining on him, and that was the idea to pull him.
Is there a rule for how many pitches that they can pitcher can pitch in a game? It's like an official baseball rule.
Nah.
Okay.
That would
You
be
go through the whole
a
bench.
little far, huh?
Do the whole bench. Do the coaches too, probably.
A little far.
You can only catch the ball 3 times during this game.
Next year they're
Pull
telling
that outfielder.
Okay, so next year,
You can get 4 outs in an inning, though. That's possible.
mm-hmm.
Because you can
next year,
you can strike out and get on base. That is there's this weird thing. Yeah.
News to me.
Yeah.
next year they're telling the defense how they can play. Like they're telling they can't do a shift.
What are you?
So
Are you being serious?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were joking.
So do you know what the shift is in baseball? What they
You talking about the infielders and the outfielders, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
Yes.
So to the audience, if you're not sure, in baseball, they have analytics on how or where the hitter is going to hit the baseball. Like they have all these stats on a baseball player from all these games on an average, no matter what, this player is going to hit to the right.
Yeah.
And so the defense knows that.
They have
and
AI
so then
collecting data
Well,
across multiple universes.
They have the world's best algorithm.
they have all this.
where this has happened over and over again.
They have
in
all
these
these
different
stats.
universes.
They have
so
all these stats.
they
It's
know-
natural. It's not even an AI thing. It doesn't.
So are you saying that they made a
it's-
rule to prevent the precision of
Yeah,
Yes.
guessing where this?
Yes.
they will be constrained to like a zone.
So the defense will shift themselves over to the right to make sure that they can get the out from the batter. And the people powers that be are like, that is ruining baseball.
these hitters
There's not enough play on the field that we're gonna say that they can't
Tell me if
do
I'm
a
wrong.
shift.
Aren't good hitters able to direct
So?
where they are
That's-
hitting the ball?
That's been one of my points.
Unless you're Max Kepler, this is true.
If
Unless
you
you're
are
Max
a good
Kepler.
hitter, if you see all the defense going to the right, why don't you hit to the left? Doesn't that, like, if a problem exists in front of you, doesn't it, like, somebody that likes to hone their craft tend to work on getting around that? Like, right? Like it.
You would think that would be a requirement to be a professional baseball player.
Be able to.
You have to be able to adjust and hit in this direction as
Yeah.
well.
No, I just swing the bat and where it goes,
So
it goes.
They made a rule.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
it's being implemented next year that they can't shift, and then so
They're
my
handicapping the game, man.
well, yes, I think so. And why doesn't that? So like, you only can go so far over. You're gonna make sure that you're right at that edge of that line anyway, right?
Yeah.
And it just takes away from the talents of the players, and I don't know. A good manager would be like, yo, we need to start hitting to the left more. Like, it's just,
Yeah.
it's sports. But yeah, they're doing that. They are doing that.
They don't have to hit to the left anymore.
we all have to learn how to hit this direction.
The left fielder's just gonna be so lonely. It's gonna be the worst job on a baseball team after this. 'Cause no one's gonna learn how to hit to the left. Left fielder's gonna be out there being like, guys.
So where are
Sitting
we?
in the
Where are we
grass,
at
picking
with the notes here?
flowers.
Are we ready to move on to a different sport?
What's-
Because there's not a whole lot.
Yeah, I mean,
What sports are left that haven't had the hands put in there? And
not many.
hockey.
Like what?
Soccer?
I'm confused.
Cricket. Probably cricket.
What sports are left
Like-
that haven't had the powers that be?
Like
down
it
and just-
still being a pure sport from what
Yeah.
it was inception was.
Yes.
I would say it was probably cricket,
Probably
something like that, or maybe like I would lean towards basketball too. You don't think so?
No, I do not.
No, they
LeBron changed that for.
Well, I
Shaq
suppose
started it.
Shaq
But
did.
LeBron
Yeah.
changed it a lot.
Yeah,
too.
because they had to make rules against a player.
It's because he made that movie with Nick Nolte.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That ruined everything when Shaq made that movie with Nick Nolte. Do you remember that?
Blue chips?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
It's like, you don't make movies with Nick Nolte. Come on.
I don't know.
Just who does that?
Shaq.
Before we could go on, I can say, take this silver lining for the Twins, at least their organization, is that both our AAA and AA affiliates, the St. Paul Saints and the Wichita Wind Surge, are in their respective playoffs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
The Saints are in the playoffs,
the Saints are going to
and then
Playoffs.
what's our AA?
Wichita Wind Surge.
Wichita Windsurge.
I feel like that should come after you say that name.
Oh, since the last time you've been here, the Saints became a Twins AAA baseball team.
Really?
So
Twins players can just like get called up and they go across the river.
Wow.
yeah, it's great.
For a home
So
game.
like when Bucks earlier in the season when Buxton was coming back from an injury, he played for the Saints to like rehab a little bit to make sure that he was good to
Twins
go.
playing rehab assignments. Right now, you can see your catchers there. Polanco's playing with the Saints.
And so it's like nice, easy swap back and forth of players, and it's been kind of a really neat experiment for Rocco and the club to deal with. And it's good to hear that because some of the Twins players are on the Saints
They're probably helping the Saints.
going into
We
the
need
playoffs.
them helping us get to the playoffs, but they're helping the Saints get to the playoffs.
And people were making fun of one of the last games was pretty much all Saints players.
The Saints plus Correa and Urshela,
Yeah.
Gio. Yeah, we've had a lot of names in our lineups lately that people don't recognize, but one name that people will recognize, Brooks Lee, if you recall, was our most recent first-round draft pick. And he has already been promoted to AA.
Nice.
He did his debut and went like 3 for 5. So
Yeah, I don't remember that name, but that's very nice. Good
Brooks
for him.
Lee, you're gonna see him.
Good for him. We'll have to keep his. Maybe we should write that down so we can track his progress next year.
I know.
So Monday Night Football happened. Not just a Monday Night Football game, but 2 Monday Night Football games, and not just 2 Monday Night Football games. Like one of them had our Minnesota Vikings in it.
Yeah, so
And
episode
Kirk
2
Cousins-
for twice the Minnesota, twice the football, twice the losing.
Yeah, twice losing. The Kirk Cousins experiment is happening still. I'm not gonna. Okay, so last week.
Last week looked good, right?
Last week we were talking about bits and like comedy and like how I'm not gonna be watching any sports commentators or listening to other sports radio shows this season and all because I don't want to be accused of using anybody's or touching anybody's bits, right? I want to have my own bits to use, and one of the bits that I saw that all the jokesters out there on the Twitters and the social medias were saying, "Oh, you're gonna blame Zimmer? Oh, blame Zimmer! Oh, blame Zimmer!" Like being like, "Oh, this is all Kirk's fault." I'm not gonna do that.
What do they say about Zimmer now?
Well, they're blaming Zimmer,
Nah, they still are.
even though that Zimmer's not around. And it's a good joke. I appreciate that joke.
But we like to grow and
But I'm not
develop our
gonna.
own bits.
I'm not gonna use their bits. I don't want to touch other people's bits, just mine. And so I'm just gonna say Kirk didn't do well. The whole team didn't do well, and the coaches maybe it's the coaches just in the players not communicating well enough and looking around. One of our things that we like to talk about is communicating and looking. You got to look around and communicate, right?
That's key.
That's
That's
key.
team.
It's
That's-
key
that's
in
how you
sports.
team.
And there was a couple of interceptions that happened, and I was watching the game this time, but I was on my phone most of the time looking at people's bits about on Twitter.
You can't copy those bits.
I didn't want to copy them.
Gotta make sure you know all of them, though.
Did you watch the game, James?
I saw a couple plays. I wasn't impressed.
Okay, JMO's.
No, I did not watch the game. Oh, it's so frustrating.
What do you?
Man,
It's
they're just very frustrating to watch. You can go from looking like the top team in the NFL to looking like you just learned how to play football.
Well, and this is what
They kicked the shit out of Aaron Rodgers last week. Well, not
I'm
maybe
just
that.
saying.
And you're a football player.
I don't want to get too hyped up because it's
It's the
you know,
Vikings.
It's Minnesota.
It's the Minnesota.
This is what we're used to. But one thing, how did Philadelphia look? I mean, they're.
They were looking great.
We don't want to discredit like the work their quarterback put in because
Don't get me wrong.
Jalen Hurt, like 3. I don't know. He had crazy stats. 3 touchdown receptions, 8 touchdown receptions.
He ran a couple in.
He ran like 500 yards for one of them.
Yeah.
Like he went back and forth like 8 times while the Vikings just watched him.
Yeah,
Like,
and so you got to give credit.
it's cool. It only counts as 1 touchdown in the end.
You got to give him credit.
He gets all the yardage.
It's not just that the defense wasn't doing their job. It was that the Philadelphia was doing good.
They're doing good.
Right? They had a good game, and so to the credit of the Vikings, the Eagles won.
Yeah.
Right? You can say that.
Well, no, to the
credit of the Vikings, the Eagles won.
To the credit of their ability, and the Vikings.
So you're saying they gave him the win?
Well, not specifically because we don't want to take away the goodness of how well the Philadelphia Eagles
The Vikings get the
But
assist
you're placing
at least.
credit.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. I don't
that
want to give them
Well,
credit.
We're tangled.
I think you could just
Yeah,
say that
I see
like
what
Kirk
you're saying.
Cousins was the Eagles' 14th man.
Kirk Cousins. Get it together, brother.
He does. He needs.
On the consistency, he's
Oh.
like a Latrell Sprewell.
Oh God, stop calling timeouts.
I can't wait to hear what his.
I like the Vikings, man, but man,
It's tough. It's going to be an interesting season. Can
I
we
have
say that?
historically gone down in this show with the opinion that I don't like him. Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, yeah.
It's on a shirt. That I don't like it.
I don't like it. Tom Brady on the notes. So
Yeah.
last season we were going to have Tom Brady as our producer because he's retiring. And
if Vikings had Brady, Super Bowl.
yeah,
Yeah.
it would have been great.
He's busy. If he doesn't go to jail.
He's going to go to jail
I don't know, probably.
for.
He
Don't.
knows he's involved
Odds
with
are.
Mr. Trader Pants in his diapers. Anyway.
Who's that?
I'm not sure what you're talking about, but we're going to move on because we're not a political podcast. We're a sports podcast, and
No, but he doesn't remember like retiring last year, and then he just like keeps playing, and now he's like, I think I might retire.
yeah, that's why that's why he didn't become our producer. That was the bit last
That's
season.
the whole thing, dude. Why is he? Is he try? Did he forget?
He didn't give our he forgot to start. Yeah, I suppose he forgot. I just said it.
He's
He
getting
forgot.
old.
Yeah,
He's getting old.
He is old, and that's
A few bumps to the head.
part of it. That's part of it.
Brett Favre really sucks, though.
Yeah.
He sucks way more.
Oh, holy cow! I thought that was saying
Brett Favre's the one that's gonna go to jail.
Brett Favre. I thought that word said Aaron Rodgers sucks. Every time I read Brett Favre sucks, I in my mind I read Aaron Rodgers for some
Yeah.
reason. I'm like, why are you bringing Aaron Rodgers up? Because he won today.
Well, we don't like
or
him
yesterday.
either.
But no, we don't.
know.
But not as much as we hate Brett Favre. What happened? Like, so he
had a-
yeah. So
He had a hush-hush agreement to take welfare state funds, and And then, like, he contributed to, like, a volleyball stadium or court being built at the college where his daughter was going.
He was involved in it sounded like he was, like, the head person in most of this. Like, he was leading the way on getting this done.
Very bad receipts.
Where between him and some
no
politicians.
No one's going to find out about this, right? Because I've got a reputation to uphold. I'm Brett Favre, formerly of the Minnesota Vikings. Fucking.
So he through nefarious means, he was able to take out people's. This is in Mississippi too, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
where they're having a lot of problems.
His daughter is going to go to school.
Mississippi's having a lot of problems with clean water, and that's a fact. And he took money away from funds that could fix the bad water situation, and also other people having actual issues than
it was
having
very
a
quid pro
volleyball.
quo too.
They made
you steal me some money and I'll like give you a stadium.
And part of it was that he was going to get paid to do talks at places, and then he didn't even do the talks, and then
he should get paid to get punched in the face.
Yeah. And then they built a stadium for his daughter.
Yeah,
a volleyball stadium for his daughter, which is a great present.
That's the power of illegal money.
That's that's the power of powerful people with power,
dude.
The power of money, yeah. Because he has money, and he's a famous person because he has that money, right?
He's got all those like coupons that say like rules don't matter. Here's my U.S. Federal Reserve note coupons that say rules don't matter.
Well, that's part of it,
Laws
isn't it?
Don't matter.
Isn't that part of it? If you get a ticket, parking ticket, it doesn't matter who the person that's a millionaire, but it matters to me because I can barely pay for my house.
Yeah, fake laws.
But we're not a law podcast, and we're not a communist podcast, and we're not a...
We can be a common law podcast.
I read that...
or maritime law.
I read a book.
That shit's pretty cool, I think.
I read a book. It makes me mad.
Bird law. That's what from
Bird law.
Charlie Day does. Bird law. That's football though, right?
That is football.
No, we didn't even talk about.
No, that's
Monday
not
Night
football. What Brett Favre did was not football.
It's not football at all.
We just skipped Monday Night Football. Well, we did talk about the Vikings
lost.
doing bad.
Yeah. We talked about that.
No, we can skip that other.
And the Titans and the Bills. You are a Titans fan?
Yeah.
So the Bills, give them some credit.
The Bills are really good.
They're really good, and they deserve some championships.
Yeah.
Like a lot of championships, like the Vikings.
They've paid all the team's dues for like going championships.
We've talked about that a couple times too.
That was a fun story.
It was
a fun story.
They are like the Vikings, but on the East Coast.
Just getting players ready to go win a championship somewhere else? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, we train them.
Seasons.
We harden their hearts.
Like
so
5
bad.
seasons in a row, just shit the bed.
And they're the perfect weapon to be utilized by a good coach and team.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so then
Yeah, that's a football.
what are we gonna go up to next?
Let's do some cool things that like some good stuff. That's not like bad teams playing badly.
Gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it! Yeah! Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it!
FuzzJockRadio.
Basketball. The Wolves have not started yet, but they will be playing here soon. Since the Wolves and the NBA has not started yet, we don't have a whole lot of stories.
But the WNBA.
I played pig today.
You did?
I did.
Where at?
That's basketball, right?
Yeah, that is basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where at? Did you win?
Down in Lower North, and yes, I won. Didn't even have a letter.
No, not one.
I was pretty proud of
Not
myself.
even a pee.
And it was at this guy's house. He had home court
Not
advantage.
my house.
Not you, guy.
A different
other guy.
Yeah. We'll call him other guy.
Jeremy Fields, the chef.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know that guy.
You know Jeremy
yeah.
Fields?
Yeah, I like that guy.
Yeah.
He's-
I don't know him.
I thought he was good at basketball, but we're not gonna.
Well,
We're not a beef. We're not gonna get into any beef. Like,
Not
was he mad that you beat him without getting a pee?
He didn't show it if he was.
He's a good guy.
That's a sweep. What do they call that in like Hearts or
A
that
sweep,
card game? When it's just
flush,
flush.
a royal flush.
No, it's not what I'm thinking about. I'm talking about like Hearts or Pfeffer or something. That's just like you take all the suits or whatever. And just like it's
I'm not really a card game
wash.
player.
no, maybe I'm thinking
I
like.
know what you're talking about.
Am I thinking about cards? Maybe I'm thinking about another sport. I know so many different sports.
Spades.
Is it called pfeffer? You double pfeffer?
Yeah.
Pfeffer.
And is there a thing where you skunk them?
Skunk 'em.
You skunked them.
You
That's
skunked
what
'em.
it
I
is.
don't get not one trick.
Skunked him.
Yeah. That's the word I was thinking for. When,
No,
when you shut them out.
Yeah, I was digging too deep into that one. I was trying
Whoa,
to think of
dude.
some.
So since the WNBA just finished, and we have brand new champions, and I can say brand new because they have never won.
Yeah.
The Las Vegas Aces, is that
Yes.
correct?
Because Las Vegas and gambling and aces are a suit of cards. And we're
It's-
just talking about cards.
Do they skunk them?
No, 3-1.
Okay.
Who
Close.
were they? Defeating Connecticut Suns. Yeah.
Nice. Good job, ladies.
3-1.
The Lynx. How did the Lynx end up doing the season? Because remember the last season we were talking
was
about
a- it
how
was a building year
horrible
for
they
them.
were not doing well at all.
Nah.
That didn't change.
We've talked about enough Minnesota teams.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
You know what? They did good. They did good, okay?
Okay.
They played earnestly with passion, and that's what we want.
Yeah.
I bet they had fun.
They just were not looking around and
didn't
communicating
win
as
a lot,
much as they
You
should.
know, but it's not always about winning.
No, it was building. It was a building
Sometimes,
season.
like winning is the
learning.
stupid thing to
It's
do.
not
like,
losing, it's
'cause
learning.
You're going out winning all the time is dumb. You're
Yeah,
dumb if you do that.
Who does that?
Yeah, it's just stupid. But yeah, first championship in franchise history for the team, and they have the
Good for them.
head coach. It was her first year as a head coach,
Nice.
formerly from San Antonio Spurs, Becky Hammond.
Okay.
She was she a head coach for the Spurs too? I forget, or just like
No,
a
I
assistant
don't
head
know.
coach.
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Oh yeah, well I know almost everything about Becky Hammond.
One
but-
of the things that J-Mo's worried, he was worried about is that he doesn't know much about sports, is what he said. And I'm like, oh boy, wait until you ask me questions.
I'll tell you who doesn't know.
You're not taking that title from me.
Nope. Nope. So no.
Yeah, congratulations to Las Vegas Aces, Becky Hammond, and our MVP, Chelsea Gray.
Yep. I have no updates on the Timberwolves.
We also still really like Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
And
we love that guy.
Carl
Carl Anthony Towns, we love him.
Yep. And the Ant needs to do some soul searching. Did you hear what Ant said? Some stupid shit the other day. He took some video of a couple guys on the street and Anthony Edwards, the phenom, not rookie anymore for the Timberwolves.
I thought you were talking about the DJ from Atmosphere.
Oh no, not that Ant.
And
Anthony
not
Edwards
Ant-Man.
from the Timberwolves.
Yes.
He's like, this is his third year now, and he's gonna be the next LeBron James, basically. He said some really offhanded stuff
What'd he say?
about some
Tell me.
LGBTQ people. Yeah, and videotaped it, and he apologized, but everybody's kind of like, well, you can apologize, but you got to put in some work, man.
So what actually happened?
There was a couple guys in drag on a corner, and he videotaped it and said something along the lines of, "This is where said some slurs, and then this is where the world's going now, or something like that. Just, they're not gonna like I said last episode, I'm not gonna make any excuses for him.
Yeah.
I was gonna, like you can say that, oh, he's young and dumb or whatever, but you can't make excuses for that shit. You gotta apologize and then put in some work and be part of the community and talk to people and stop being ignorant.
I love people.
Me too. I love people too.
People so cool sometimes.
Is that a good segment way into your
Yeah,
new
not
song?
all the time though. I don't love people all the time. Motherfuckers get annoying.
You do need a little bit of time for
Sometimes I just
yourself.
gotta be-
Especially all those
Right?
all those teenagers that keep beating me on Fortnite.
Yeah.
Picking on me.
Speaking of loving everyone, J-Mo's has a brand new song that you'd like to play.
Check it. J-Mo's 0064.
6-4 when you hit that switch, bro. Life can be a bitch though when it's going down. You can always get dust off you with a quick brush off after you pick yourself up off the ground. Lower than a 6-4 when you hit that switch, bro. Life can be a bitch though when it's going down. You can get the dust off once you can get up and then just brush the shit off you.
Life show can be a bitch, can't. But I bet she gon' be my bitch, won't she? And I promise this, my chick monogamous and gon' be getting my dick only. I'm the only one receiving affection. I'm the only one she giving the undivided attention to. Not to mention shit, she took a glimpse of me, now she won't even mention you. It's no hole that I'm talking about, it's the whole globe. Sold up like a hole in a spot on your clothes. Don't be thinking that I'm chasing a skirt. I'm talking about being the illest on the face of the earth. 90% of niggas whip by the coochie. Only 10% of us leaving the coochie whip. And whether she rocking her Prada or doing that dip, in the Louis Vuitton, the cutie got on the Gucci fit. And all the dudes talk about what they gon' do to hit when the only one actually smooth enough to do the shit. Guess who? It's yours truly. Double O the captain and the shit float smooth. And the big boat dudes to the big folks who look down for 'em and the little folks crew. And the men wanna have it to pretend they knew. When everybody else thinking, what will they do? They don't.
Lower than a 6-4 when you hit that switch, bro. Life can be a bitch though when it's going down. You can always get dust off you with a quick brush off after you pick yourself up off the ground. Lower than a 6-4 when you hit that switch, bro. Life can be a bitch though when it's going down. You can get the dust off once you can get up and then just brush the shit off you.
Tell them what it is. Never let them get too close. But I'm 2 steps ahead of whatever direction you step in to go. You step in the door when I reckon unethical, reckless in war. I am more of a weapon, a foreign to nothing. A warrior warrants combustion. I carry this sort of destruction. Tell them what it isn't. I go to work just to give them the business. I go to church and don't ask for forgiveness. I did it on purpose. God know my intentions. I'm living in hell is hot. People say pimping ain't easy. The hell of it's not. I got a hell of a shot. Better believe I'ma take it when I get the rock.
Lower than a 6-4 when you hit that switch, bro. Life can be a bitch though when it's going down. You can always get dust off you with a quick brush off after you pick yourself up off the ground. Lower than a 6-4 when you hit that switch, bro. Life can be a bitch though when it's going down. You can get the dust off once you can get up and then just brush the shit off you.
Purchase your tracks today.
And that was J-Mo's 6-4, brand new
With double O.
with double O.
With double O.
J-Mo's and double O.
Yes, sir.
Give me a
Yes,
second.
sir.
Hey,
You were
if you can hear me, double O, hi. How are you? I miss you. Where is he?
That's that's one thing. Like with this episode, with Jesse's J-Mo's coming over tonight.
We're too good of friends, you.
Yeah.
He's in the category with Britta. See?
Yeah. It's just that it's wild how time has just been a warp zone. And that's probably the best term I can think of right now. Is just it's been so warpy, and I can't believe that I haven't seen you or talked to you like in like the same room in, I'm guessing 2 years.
At least.
Yeah.
At least 2 years. And that's just too long. And we're going to make sure that we have you come back at some point. in the future, because 2 years is too long for me not to be hanging out with you.
I'd really appreciate that, and that'd be great.
Yeah.
And I agree, that's way too long.
Should we do some?
Get some kid hangouts sometime.
Yeah, hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah. I mean, I'm right over here. I can't believe you went to the wrong studio.
Did you
What's that?
just when we get to the point, if you want to double back on anything, if
Yeah.
there's anything we forgot.
That was going to be the next thing. Is
sorry. I might be jumping the gun.
No, I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
So it seems like I know what I'm doing.
That doesn't make sense.
We're at the end of the episode.
Yeah, we've made it.
At the end of the episode, I always like to ask: is there anything that we jumped over or we forgot to talk about, or anything that you guys want to bring up and talk about?
I did
you have
notice
something?
one thing here on the notes that we didn't quite get to.
What's that?
And it's kind of funny because C-Dubs isn't here, and that's why we didn't talk about the Dodgers. And we forgot to talk about the Dodgers, and they just did a fastest to 100 wins.
The fastest 200.
And I believe that's in franchise history.
The fastest
100 wins.
Fastest 100 wins in Major League Baseball.
Yeah. Or maybe just the franchise. I'm pretty sure it's just in the franchise.
Okay. Okay.
But they did it quick.
They won 100 games out of 140.
162 in the season.
162 games, they won 100.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And they have more to go.
Yeah, they're on they could be on a 120 pace.
Go Dodgers.
Yeah, no, they're a monster team, so
Let's go Dodgers.
it's a good thing they got C-Dubs helping them out.
Mm-hmm. James?
That's me.
Jamos?
Who?
Jamos. Jesse, do you have anything else that you need to say? Anything you wanted to bring up, talk about before we call it a night?
Yeah, just be on the lookout for some new music coming from me, J Mose, and Double O.
Good.
Working on a collaboration right now.
Good.
I am also working on a solo project, so stay tuned.
Good.
FuzzJockRadio will be one of the first places that play it.
Yes, absolutely. We will be one of the first places to play the brand new Jamos 00 crossover.
There it is.
The X, you know.
Yeah,
put
I've
the
got a
X
lot
in
of
between.
I think you
anticipation.
just came up with the name of the album.
Ooh. Woo.
Wouldn't that be neat?
That would be pretty neat.
It would be an honor.
So, and at this moment, usually C-Dubs will be like, "Hey, Fuzzy,
Oh, Fuzzy,
don't forget about Fuzz.
What hey, sup, Fuzz?
What do you got going on?"
You'd say like, "What? Hey, are you gonna do Fuzzy things?"
Yeah. So, I can't think of anything. So I would just like to say thank you, Jamos, for coming over and having. We will have you on multiple times and be a little bit more prepared the next time around, so you will be more impressed.
Not
I love
likely.
improv, though.
You do like improv?
I do like improv.
Okay.
You know, you see what it's really about,
Communicating and looking around. That's
You
what it's
know?
all about.
Yeah.
So I'll just bring it to that. We'll well.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. How does this song go again? Oh, yeah. Memory.
That's not it.
We're doing some fuzzy memory trivia tonight. We can't leave the episode without doing some trivia. This is what the audience loves.
Okay.
The audience loves it, and so we got to do what the audience says. This is a yell out the answer. Don't look at the screen, please. Yell out the answer to the questions. Currently, the score is 2-2.
I wrote it down.
J Moses, if he gets any points, we'll go towards C-Dubs' score. Or do you want your own?
You could be a C-Dubs proxy, or
Do you want your own score?
Yeah, I want my own
Okay.
score.
J Moses will have his own score. It is 2-0.
offense, C-Dubs. I love you, man.
2-0. Or should we just give you 2 points and have it? We'll just 2-0. Okay. What is and then just yell out the answer. What's the diameter of a basketball hoop in inches?
15 and a half.
18 inches.
18 inches is correct. 1 point, JMOs. The Olympics are held every how many years?
4.
2.
JMOs 4. What sport is the best known as the king of sports?
Baseball.
Incorrect.
Football.
Incorrect. Soccer.
That's what I said. Football.
Yeah. What do you call it when a bowler makes 3 strikes in a row?
Turkey.
Correct. 3 points, JMOs.
I knew that one too, though.
What's the national sport of Canada?
Hockey.
Incorrect.
You got me.
Lacrosse. How many
The hockey
dimples?
was nets.
How many dimples does an average golf ball have?
117.
Incorrect. 336. What country has competed the most times in the Summer Olympics yet hasn't won a gold medal?
Greece. No, they probably won
Lightning.
a bunch.
The Philippines, and that
Yeah,
was
Greece is always winning medals. They invented it.
Oh, wait. How does this song go again? Oh, yeah. Memory. Trivia.
So JMO's jumped ahead 3-2. And the Fuzzy Memory Trivia does mark the end of our episode tonight.
2 to 3.
I would like to thank everyone for tuning in. JMaz, do you have anything going on this next week before the next show?
I'm gonna do so many awesome things.
Yeah?
It's going to start with these Sour Patch
So first, these Sour Patch Kids are going down. No, I might. I'm hoping to get my guitar back from the shop here in a little bit.
Ooh.
I got a local place, Hogback Acoustics, doing it. There's a new place there in the Hugo building, for those of you who know.
Not
in
sponsored,
Mankato.
but we like to support.
Well, this guy, it's Benny.
Oh, okay.
So Ben Williams does great work on instruments.
Mm-hmm.
So I will sponsor him in all his trials. I don't know.
We're not sponsored. We're not making money off of him.
No, but I
We're
sponsor,
saying this. That's why
I
I'm saying
sponsor
that,
him
JMaz.
as a
So
customer.
the audience knows that you're actually like truthful on your
but like as a
endorsement here.
customer, like
You're
I
endorsing.
I sponsor. That's
your
it.
endorsement.
I'm endorsing. He's a local musician as well. So
cool.
he's got a studio.
JMOs.
Yeah.
What do you got going on this next week and up until the next time that we see you?
Oh man, so lately I've been getting my little music education on about as far as how to get income, how ways you can get paid with streams. So I will be officializing that.
Awesome.
Coming this week.
Good.
Yeah.
That's something you need.
Yeah.
That's
There's-
awesome.
There's a lot I
great.
didn't know that I thought I did. But
That's why you learn.
thanks for having me. I appreciate you guys. FuzzJockRadio is the ish.
100%. 100%. We'd love to have you.
Fuzzy.
Yeah.
C-Dubs texted me. He said, "Hello, Fuzzy. What are you up to?"
Oh, what am I
That
up
was
to?
from C-Dubs.
Oh, thanks for asking. I'm going to become a little bit more prepared for next season, or no, next episode, while keeping that improv that JMOs likes. But the main thing is I'm going to stay being me. One of the things I like to remind everybody is that your past isn't real, or it doesn't exist, and your future isn't real. Only now is you. Is that right?
No, now.
FuzzJockRadio.
Now. Gonna be me.